It is evening, a Tuesday evening, out on the bike. Just left Kroll, God no road behind me. This is Jake's bank, or Jackie's bank, I think it's Jackie's bank. The weather has been threatening to rain all afternoon, but it's kept off. Nevertheless, I've brought my rain jacket with me. This afternoon's ride, it's not really evening, is it? It's the afternoon, 5:30. Long days, let's call it afternoon. So, this afternoon's ride, 50 kilometres around the Isle of Axo. I'm going to collect a couple of parcels from the local click and collect point in Epworth. I've gone and ordered a couple of parts for this bike, my hybrid. It's 2 replacement chains, it's 9-speed, so I've got some from, what do they call them? Can't remember now. Anyway, I bought them from Wiggle only yesterday. Came today. How quick is that? How good is that for service? I'm not even on next day delivery. It's funny that, because I was reading comments on the Facebook page, Wiggle's Facebook page this evening, people complaining about why pay for next day delivery if you don't get stuff the next day. And I don't pay for it, I still get stuff next day. I guess it really depends on where you live, how lucky you are. So anyway, apart from a couple pair of chains, I've also gone ahead and ordered front and back disc brakes for the Sonder as well. It's about time they had some new brakes on. I just wanted to bring you up to speed on the TCR as well, the Transcontinental Race. Some news got in an email today, and I'll tell you what exactly it is later on in this video. In the meantime, let's tell you what's coming up in the next week. Tomorrow, Wednesday, my second TT ride of the season, and I won't be on the Sonder. I wanted to be on the Cube, but as you regular viewers will know, back at the caravan, and this year I need to get an outdoor storage shed because mum and dad don't like me storing the bikes in the caravan. So I've only got 2 bikes with me. 2 bikes? I know, the hybrid and the Sonder. So until I get a outdoor storage shed thing, I'm stuck with 2 bikes, which is kind of annoying because of COVID, every effing thing is out of stock in here. Whereas bikes, sheds, bike parts, loads of stuff is out of stock, which are normally, you know, you'd be able to get just easily, sort of thing. I'm also at the TT. We're meeting Karen there, she's doing her first TT of 2021. Also Rachel Gottlieb from Classic Velo, and Tim as well. I don't know if Tim's riding, but he's my kind of bike mechanic in this neck of the woods. He'll be sorting out those disc brakes for me on Wednesday night into Thursday morning, or Thursday evening, not morning. Hopefully I have all that done ready for this weekend. It's a bank holiday weekend, some good stuff planned, or hope to be planned. 3 days out on the bike. Big question is, which is still yet to be decided, will I be wild camping or will I be using the caravan as a base? I don't yet know.
Do you just feel like there is no air left to breathe? Do you just wanna to be left outside the grid? It's all for sure, I didn't know. I wonder what it meant to be. If I let go and let it flow, I think there's more to see.
So you might be able to guess why I haven't made any firm plans for the weekend yet. It's because of the weather. Am I going to be wild camping, or am I going to be using the caravan as a base? It's going to be cold one again. It's going to be pretty typical spring-like weather. By typical, I don't mean typical for the last few years in comparison. I mean typical in the long history of British springs. It's one road I don't miss. It's called Idle Bank. It is rather dull this afternoon, and it's not just because I'm on Idle Bank, which is very straight, very long. very flat, but just no sun about. Luckily it's not raining yet, so kind of heading down to Westwood side, that's what you got to call it, Westwood side, and then making my way back north again, stopping in at Epworth for that all important click and collect. So aside from the route, what else can I tell you in this video? And it's quite a short one today. It's all about what I'm up to really, I suppose. So I was in Trading Peaks again today, back in there getting myself a schedule together for this week and the next few weeks as well, padding out things, targets, goals, rides I want to be involved in, things like that, getting my calendar ready for a whole lot of training for the TCR later this year, end of July. So what can I tell you about the TCR, that race across Europe? Well, it's not positive, it's not negative, it's neutral really, because it's just been delayed again. Kind of expected it. A couple of videos ago I spoke about what the difficulties of being an event organiser, and that the TCR is a global event. It's meant to be participants not just from Europe but all over the world, and yes, it's easy to change your route, make it go through less countries. However, that doesn't make it easy for anybody, say, coming from America, Australia, China, basically outside the continent, to get here, because it's all up in the air, isn't it? So just kind of watch your space still, fingers crossed, keeping that training. No matter what happens, I will be going somewhere in those 3 weeks on holiday, somewhere, some way, shape or form. Just the big question is, what would I be doing? Fingers crossed, you know, things outside the TCR, you know, improve significantly.
Do you just feel like there is no just left to see? Do you just wanna to be writing down your script?
It looks like I'm coming up to the bend.
Didn't know, I wonder what.
However, I'm zoomed out. I'm enjoying this too much at the moment. I'm forgetting that it's going to be a bit of a headwind on the way back. Wanted to ask you what you thought of my filming recently on the new action camera. I call it an action camera, I don't know if that's what it's classed as. The Insta360. It's loads of fun. Slows the editing process down a little bit, and that's not just because I'm getting used to it, but when you record it, the footage, it comes onto the SD card in a proprietary format, which you then have to export into an MP4, so that all takes time. Also, you may notice the sound quality is not quite the same as the GoPro that I'm on now, that I'm using now to record this video, because it has a windshield. So I've had a quick look on Amazon. It doesn't appear to be anything immediately available as a way to cover the Insta360 over. In the meantime though, I'm thinking about using it for just another way of taking additional shots, and perhaps use the GoPro for what I'm doing now, vlogging and things like that. Although I still need to buy another GoPro because touchscreen is knackered on this. I cut that cable, I found out what it was, I can't remember if I explained already. It was a little cable in between where you put the SD card and the battery. It's kind of a known design fault with this GoPro, the previous model. It's quite an old model, this one, it's GoPro 5. So I sliced through that cable when I insert the SD card in quickly in a rush. So there's no touchscreen now. I don't want to spend 300 or 400 quid on a new camera, you know, for a slight annoyance like that, but I can live with it for the time being. So literally got past my midway point here at West Stockwith. About 23k to go. I'm actually going to stick on the rain jacket after all because it's looking a bit dull, and rain jacket's bright green, so without lights on that's gonna help out. Though it won't be dark on the way back. It's still quite early. Must be 7:15, that sort of time. Anyway, what's your plans for this coming weekend? It's bank holiday weekend. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe as well. If you just subscribe to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope to entertain you over next few months with loads of adventures, especially with the TCR build up as well. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. For me, take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.